But first of all, I just love to hear about people who are doing good things. And one of the things that's been talked about a lot since we've started to come out of lockdown is rubbish. People going to beauty spots and just dumping rubbish. And it's a real pet hate of mine, that and not picking up dog poo too. And we received a Facebook message a few days ago from a lady called Jane. Now, Jane's the founder of a local charity called Share Shrewsbury, and they support people in Shrewsbury who are affected by addiction. Jane said they'd noticed all the litter in the quarry and organised a litter pick on Saturday morning, and she's here to tell us all about it. Good morning, Jane.
Good morning.
There's been quite a few people getting involved in this. It's great.
Yes, we've been really delighted with the response. And I must say right at the start that one of our Share volunteers, Max, who runs through the park regularly, was the first person to spot the amount of litter, and he started to collect it. In talking to him about the increasing number of bags he was picking up, we decided as a charity to get behind him and set up the litter pick last Saturday. We expected perhaps half a dozen people to come, but in fact, we had over 30 people, including families, who all wanted to come and make the quarry look beautiful.
Oh, that's one. How bad was it?
Well, it actually varies, and it depends on the weather. So when the weather's good, there are many, many bags. But we collected over 20 bags on Saturday, and we're actually going to go out again next Saturday at 9:30 to do it all over again.
On behalf of all of us, we love you. Thank you very much for doing that. Tell us about Share Shrewsbury then. What sort of services do you provide?
Yes, right. So Share Shrewsbury, as you said, was set up to support anyone affected by addiction. And that's either directly or indirectly. So that's especially friends and family who are affected by someone else's addiction. The services that we are hoping to provide include support groups. We're very fortunate to have a centre in the Riverside, which is the Share Centre, where we have a safe place for people to come. There's already a cafe there where people can have something to eat and drink. We can offer individual counselling with a qualified and experienced counsellor, but also groups. We have a shop. Most importantly, we're trying to start a conversation with the whole community in Shrewsbury about addiction, because it's something that people don't want to talk about, and yet it's a huge problem. Everybody I speak to either has had first-hand experience or they know somebody who's suffered with addiction. It has a huge impact on our families and friends, and yet only 15% of sufferers ever seek help.
Only 15%?
Yes, that's right. And that's to do with the enormous stigma around addiction. And as a charity, we realise that until we start confronting that and challenging the stigma, we're not going to get the services that people with addiction deserve. There's so many myths. So we started putting Mythbusters on our Facebook page, and we're challenging them with the evidence and the science, because research is showing us that addiction is a progressive terminal disease. It affects the structure of the brain, whereas previously people try and almost make it a moral choice, whereas it isn't a choice at all. It's a compulsion, and we need to lay the facts out to the public.
It's fascinating. Genuinely, I mean that. And there are concerns that, of course, lockdown is having a diverse effect on all people, and you know, many are increasing the amount that they're drinking as a result of what's been going on.
That's right. We're all under increasing stress and facing issues that we haven't had to face before. People are self-medicating. So in order to shut out the pain they're in or the issues and the stress they're under, people will drink more and also use other substances too. And of course, when this is all over, we're going to have to pick up the pieces and start addressing the problems that have resulted from this.
Okay, so first of all, are you going to do another litter pick?
Yeah, we're going to do another litter pick.
Yeah.
We love doing litter picks. And it's, it's such a reward to see people coming along and joining in. In fact, it was a pleasure for all of us. So 9:30 this Saturday by the Blue Gates in the quarry, that's opposite St Chad's, we'll be meeting. And if anyone would like to come along, they just need to turn up, and we have everything that they need. The Town Council, Shrewsbury Town Council's kindly provided litter pickers and bags and gloves and sanitizer and masks. So we're all safely socially distancing. There's nothing to worry about there. And if people enjoy it and come along, then we'll carry on with it.
Bless your heart. And just where do people find out more about Share Shrewsbury?
That's a really good point, thank you. We have a Facebook page, which is Share Shrewsbury. So please come on that, make a comment or make yourself known, and we'll start a conversation with you. We also have a website, which is also Share Shrewsbury. It's easy to find, and there's a contact form if you'd like more information. Could I just say that this charity, we want it to be led and to be full of people in recovery, because we realise that people in recovery or people who haven't quite got that far yet, they're the experts, and we want you guys out there to join with us and help us to change things here in Shrewsbury.
Good to talk to you, Jane. Thank you so much for joining us on the programme this morning. Doing wonderful things, picking up the litter. It is very satisfying when you do that. Founder of Share Shrewsbury.